Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I feel a bit like one of the Ronnies. We're going to talk a little bit about pelvic stability. So I'm going to talk about the pelvis staying still. We don't want to fix the pelvis, but we're just looking at a bit of pelvic stability. But it's a fabulous exercise to do for balance. So it's something that you can do anywhere, anytime, any place, and you've got lots of time. I would suggest if your balance isn't great, maybe be near a wall or a chair, something that you can catch yourself with. So you start off with feet and knees hip distance, and I'd like you to have a look at my feet. And is it okay with being here, or do you need me to be on the floor for people to see my feet?
No, so you can see.
I've got my sparkly socks on again. So you've got one leg in front of the other. You're pushing the feet into the floor. Have a look at that position, and then I want you to just be able to look forwards. So where are your hands? Your palms face the outside of your thighs. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Your weight is equal between both feet. And I just want you to breathe subconsciously. Try and get it so that you can see a clock. We're going to stay here for another 15 seconds. Your weight is equal between both feet. If you visualise you drawing up on your inside thigh, if it is aggravating your knees, just try softening the knees. Don't bend them, but just feel that the kneecaps are relaxed. Crown of the head up to the ceiling, and now you're in a nice straight line here. Just double check for me that you're not leaning back. Hand on the chair if you're using the chair. Bring the feet back and have a little march. Folks, you're going to change legs. If you are using a chair, I'd like you to turn so that you're using the outside leg, okay? Or maybe use a different thing to hold on to. I'm going to do it immediately onto the opposite leg. So arms are down. My feet are apart. This is first phase. You've got your weight equal between both feet. You're lifting up on your inside thighs. Feel you keep this little connection from hip to ribs. You're not bracing your abdominals, you're not pulling in, you're just keeping this little connection. So you're not dropping the ribs, you're not leaning back. Shoulders are parallel, crown of the head to the ceiling. Comes in very handy, this exercise, especially if you've been on the booze, which you're not very often getting the chance to do that these days. So you are getting the weight equal between both feet. Okay, we've got another 15 seconds on this leg. So what it's doing is it's building up your pelvic stability. You should be feeling it somewhere, team, in the back leg. Some of you might be saying, I feel it in my ankles, some people in the knees, some people in the pelvis. I would like you to feel it around this area, but everybody's different. Okay, come back into centre, little march out. So that's the first phase. If you've not done that before, I would say stay with that. Yeah? Let's have a look and see if we can increase it. So you're going to, instead of taking the foot forwards, bring it a little closer together. So think of this being second phase. Straight away, what's happening to your back foot? So my back foot started to do this a little bit as yours, whereas in the other one, I'd got it. So you're breathing normally, your weight is equal between both feet, but if I'm being honest, you'll have a bit more weight into the back leg. Okay, be honest, if you're using a chair, put your hand back on it. Is this too easy? If it is, try taking it into a full tandem stance. So if I show you sideways, my big toe parallel with my heel. So that's the final version. We've done 3, we've done 2, we've done 1. Arms are down. How are you feeling? Have your weight equal between both legs, so you've not got all of your weight into that back leg. I'm definitely feeling it somewhere around this back hip here. Hand on the chair if you're using it and let it go. Let's change legs. So we did wide tandem. We're doing slightly narrower. Push the feet into the floor. So we're trying to build up the stability in this back hip. So have your weight equal. Now how much is that back foot moving? Is it moving more than the other side or less than the other side? You might have one side that's a bit weaker than the other. If it feels okay, bring yourself into full tandem stance. So remember, this is quite tough. You might find you end up wobbling a little bit. I call it letting in air traffic. You might end up taking a step. That's okay. Pushing the weight equal through both feet. Breathing normally and let it go. Folks, have a little bit of a march out. You could do that every day. You could do it a couple of times a day. It works much better without your shoes on. Always give yourself something to hold on to if your balance isn't great. But what I am going to say is, if you sussed out that you'd got a good and a bad side, if you've got a good side, use your good side first. So this is my good side at the moment. So if I was doing it, I would do this side first, so my brain learns how it should be done. And then I would do my weaker side second. Now, because I'm holding a little bit of an injury at the moment, what I would probably do is do sort of 15 seconds on that leg, let it go, do 15 seconds again, let it go, and try and do maybe another 10 or 15 seconds on my weaker side. So play around with it. Start with your good side first. See you later. Bye.